ready to go?
स्क्रीन थोड़ा थोड़ा जूम आउट कीजिए,
पूरा रूम out.
थोड़ा पीछे से।
Yeah. All right. सही है. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
सही है.
एक सेकंड रुक, उसको माइक में बोलने बोलिए।
Check.
Check. Check. Good afternoon, everyone. Now we are witnessing the third banter of the day between MMCA and SMV. We are at the toss of proceedings. On MMCA Captain Yasho, right? I have SMV Captain Bhaghav. We are about to the toss. Match official Jaika will proceed with the tossing. SMV won the toss. SMV won the toss and up to bowl first. A match will start at after 10 minutes. SMV won the toss and up to bowl first.
Not about bias, bro. Just about going to wrong. Doesn't matter the reason. It's still bias.
You quick heroes, you update that this
Hmm? We are witnessing the third match of the day 6 of Youth Cricket League is being played between Team MMCA and Team SMV Kolar. SMV Kolar won the toss and up to field first. They invited MMCA to bat. The play resumes in 1 minute. The Team MMCA's batters are already on the ground. SMV's fielders are set in their positions. The match starts in 3, 2, 1, play. Full toss delivery. In the slot. Almost hit the Yorker length. Dot ball to start the first over. Second ball over. Once again in the slot. Defended. One more dot ball onto the scorecard. Again, third ball of the over. Late cut towards the backward point. Chance for an out. And they misses it. And they misses it. Fourth ball of the over. Again in the slot. On the front foot. Good defense by Om Bora. Last two delays remaining of this first over. Just a little fumble in the run up. Last two deliveries of the first over. Once again, good length delivery played on the back foot, placed at the backward point, Richard. A misfield at the fielder. He put it down. Once again, the keeper misses it. 3 runs as of now. Once again, throw at the bowler's end. Settle down for 3. Eventually, they took 4. They ran 4 runs between the wicket. Ombora takes strikes again. Last ball of the over. Tries to defend it, double-minded. Leaves the ball. After completion of over number 1, the team score now moves on to 5 for the no loss. Second over is about to begin. Sai Siddhartha on strike now. Once again, kept it low. Batter got it and he defended. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. It's again short pitch delivery. Cut hard between the point and the backward point fielder. Both the fielders are running behind the ball. Excellent effort. Umpire. Umpire. म्यूट करो म्यूट करो भाई last ball was the boundary. The last ball was the boundary, followed by wide plus 2 runs. Sai Siddharth once again taking the strike. Once again, ball stump to stump. Good defense by Sai Siddharth. Once again, good length delivery, punch towards the covers. They are running in between the chance of a run out. The proper throw onto the keeper's hand would have been got them the first wicket of the innings. He threw high so that keeper cannot able to reach it properly. This time in the slot, but watches for the ball and well left. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Last ball remaining of the second over. Om Bora to take strike for the last ball of the second over. Once again in the slot, driven through the covers, exceptional cover drive, straightly into the hands of the fielder. One run onto the scorecard. After the completion of over number 2, the team score now moves on to 14 for no loss. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಂಡ 2 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 14 ಯಾವುದೇ ಉತ್ತರೀಯ ನಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದೆ. Sirax. Every powerful shot begins with trusted equipment, and Sirax is here to fuel the future of the cricket with the Youth Cricket League as our associate sponsor. Crafted for performance, built for tomorrow's champions. Mitra Globally. Dreams deserves no boundaries, and Mitra Globally powers the Youth Cricket League as our premier sponsor, helping young talent think beyond the borders and aim for the global success. Together, we are creating opportunities that inspire the next generation to rise bigger and bolder. Third over in the progress. Prithvik to ball his individual second over. Once again, short pitch delivery. Tries to cut hard. The square cut. Ball is about to reach the boundary, but the fielder stops it. Good fielding at the end. He's throwing back into the keeper. Excellent piece of fielding there. They're saving 2 runs for the team. Third ball of the over. Second late cut. Chance of a run out. And a misses. Three deliveries remaining of this over. Once again in the slot, driven through the onside. Just attempt of the tap and run. One more run adding on to the scorecard. Team's total moves out to 19 for no loss after 2.4. Last two deliveries remaining of this third over. Once again, pitch is short. Short rising delivery. One more quick single took between the wickets. Last ball of the over. Last ball of the over. Team's total is now 20. Once again in the good length delivery. Appeal for the caught behind and up assist. No. After completion of over number 3, MMCA score moves on to 20 for no loss. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 3 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 20 ಯಾವುದೇ ನಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದೆ. Sada Punjabi Dhaba. From the heart of the Punjab to the heart of every champion, Sada Punjabi Dhaba brings its rich flavors and warm spirit to the Youth Cricket League as our associate sponsor. Because real champions play hard, eat well, and carry culture with pride, one wholesome meal at a time. So again, wash it back in the attack. Hold on to the leg stump. Just glances towards the leg side. 2 is the call, and eventually they complete 2 runs. Bhumipat L Farm LLP. Great investments and great champions share the same foundation, vision, patience, and the courage to build for tomorrow. And Bhumipat Farm LLP stands with the Youth Cricket League as our associate sponsor, planting seeds of legacy both on the field and beyond. Together, we are growing futures that stand the test of the time. Once again, chance of a run out and he misses. These kinds of opportunities always should be grabbed in order to take the wicket. This type of easy chances should not be missed. Let's see how costly this will prove for the team. Actually, they took 3 runs along with the wide. They took 4 runs of this ball. Once again, good length delivery played on the back foot. No run resulting. Dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Ombora is on 7 in front of 9 balls, including one boundary. Meanwhile, Sai Siddharth is on 12 in 11 balls, including one boundary. They're off to a decent start. They are off to a pretty decent start. Let's see how it goes. Once again, on the leg side. Attempt for touch and run. Eventually successful with that. 1 run adding on to the scorecard. Once again, good luck delivery. Rises back quickly. The batter watches it carefully and defended. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. As two deliveries remaining of this fourth over. The MMCA now scored 27 for no loss with the run rate of 7.36. Once again in the slot. Hit hard. Misfielded at long at mid on. Ball is racing towards the boundary. Ball march towards the boundary. 4 runs adding onto the total. 4 runs adding onto the total. Mid on fielder. He misfielded. Tries to run hard. But at the end, ball races to the boundary. It's again in the slot. Huge appeal for LBW. And the umpire says no. After the completion of over number 4, the MMCA now moves on to 31 for no loss. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 4 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 31, ಯಾವುದೇ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದೆ. This is the third match of the day. I appreciate all the players who is out here playing amidst hot and humid conditions. They are playing here with the energy which lightens up the tournament. Once again in the slot, driven through the offside, chance of a run out. Throw, wrong throw. It surpasses the wicket keeper and going towards the fine leg. If this should have been thrown properly, there is a chance of getting wicket for team SMV, but they miss the chance. These kind of opportunities always should be grabbed in order to get the wicket and in order to gain back the momentum. Once again, bowled in the good length area. Placed at the backward point region in the back foot. MMCA batters are doing the right thing here. They are respecting the good balls. They are punishing the short balls and full toss balls. They are playing a proper matured innings here. They are playing according to the ball. Once again in the slot. Driven through the onside. Into the hands of the mid-on fielder. One more run adding on to the scorecard. Team score now moves on to 35. Sorry, the team score now moves on to 34. With Sai Siddharth back on strike. Once again, good length delivery. Blocked the ball under his eyes. Exceptional piece of batting there by Sai Siddharth. We are witnessing the quality attack by Ganant. He's keeping the line tight. He is not allowing the batters to score big. Once again, short pitch delivery. Tries to pull through the mid wicket. They secure one run. Last delivery remaining of this over. Last ball of the over. Let's see what the bowler got on this ball. Ombora is on strike in the slot. He watches it carefully and leaves the ball outside the up stump, resulting in a dot ball. After the completion of over number 5, the team score moves out to 35 for no loss. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಂಡ 5 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 35 ಓಟಗಳು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದೆ decent start for MMCA. They scored 35 for no loss after 5 overs. They are batting really well. They are not giving any chance to take wickets. They are keeping back their momentum and they keep scoring the runs in regular intervals of time. Yeah. Yeah. Once again, the new bowler Nihal Once again, good length delivery, gentle push towards the onside. 1 run taken. After the completion of 6.3, Team MMCA is now 40 for no loss. Siddharth is batting at 19, while Hombora is playing on 14. Last 3 deliveries remaining of this over. In the slot, driven through the covers, through the gap. Fielders are trying to block the ball. A good backup at the end, resulting 2 runs adding onto the scorecard. Plus 2 deliveries remaining of the 7th over. So again, late cut on the back foot. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Team's total now moves on to 42 with 1 delivery remaining of the 7th over. Once again, batter tries to reach the ball. Huge appeal for caught behind. And umpire says no after the completion of over number 7. The MMCA team's total moves on to 42 for no loss. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 7 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 42. ಯಾವುದೇ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದೆ It's again 8th over the match is in the progress. Once again reaches onto the ball. Cut hard towards the point on the back foot. Successfully completes 1 run. Once again in the slot, driven through the offside. A gentle push from the batsman towards the mid-off, resulting in dot ball. Once again, short pitch delivery. Cut hard. And 1 run adding on to the scorecard. Just 2 deliveries remaining of this over. Once again, short deep pitch delivery. Tries to hit hard. A chance of a run out. Direct hit might have been gone. Last ball of the 8th over in the progress. The team MMCA now scored 46 runs for no loss. Last ball of the over. Once again in the slot. Catches a call. Short call fielder. Catches the ball. Wonderful wicket. What a sight this to watch. They are celebrating. They are celebrating it. Excellent teamwork there. They are pumped up now. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ತೀರಾ ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಸೆದಂತ ಚೆಂಡು ಕವರ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ವಿಫಲಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಚೆಂಡು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ರಕ್ಷಕರ ಬೊಗಸೆಯನ್ನು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ಆಘಾತ. 1 down for MMCA. Team SMV Kola are lightened up now. ಚಿನ್ನದ ನಾಡು ಕೋಲಾರದ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ತಂಡ SMV Kolar back in the game. They gained back momentum by taking the wicket. Om Bora departs after scoring 16 runs in 22 balls including one boundary. The new batter was screened for MMCA after the completion of over number 8. The team score now moves on to 46 for 1. They got their first breakthrough. They are back in the game. So 9th over in the progress. Mandeep is a new batter. Walks in for MMCA. Once again, short pitch delivery pulled to the middle wicket. Chance of a run out. The fielder fumbles it. Mandeep, the new batter on strike, is marking his guard. He's all set to make the impact on MMCA's innings. Vignesh on the attack. Widely away from the off stump. Umpire calls it as a wide. 2 runs adding onto the scorecard. Vignesh is a new bowler for team SMV. Let's see what the impact he makes in this over. He's bowling left arm over, tossed it up, dipping down. Excellent shot. That's supposing the long on. And the mid wicket. Through the cow corner. Ball races onto the boundary. Juicy full toss. Hit out or get out type of delivery. Hits it hard. Hits it between the long on and the deep mid wicket. There's no chance for the fielder. Nowhere near the man. Ball went out of the park. Sai Siddharth is now on 28 of 28 balls, including 3 boundaries, with a strike rate of 100. Once again, Vignesh is on his mark. All set to bowl the third ball of the over. Once again in the slot. Huge appeal for caught behind. Batter tries to cut it on the back foot. He's on the back foot. No contact between the ball and the bat, resulting on the dot ball. Once again, full toss delivery over the head, over the bowler's head. No ball called by the umpire. Chance of a run out, and the misses it. They are about to get another wicket. This type of misfields, it's always prove costly. Let's see how costly it will be. They missed the easy run out there. Once again, short pitch delivery, tries to cut hard. A short course misses it. The middle fielder covers the ball. No proper backup runs once again. Misfield. Through the misfield, back to back runs are pouring for MSCA. Once again, misfield. Chance of a run out. 3 times continuously. They are misfielding. They are giving out runs with their own hands. They gave 3 runs off this ball. Once again, over the head of the bowler. This is wide away from the batter. Henceforth, it's not called as a beamer. It's only a full toss no ball. There is a difference between a full toss no ball and a beamer. The full toss no ball, which is above the waist of the ball. Meanwhile, the beamer is the one. The full toss deliberately bowling on the batter's body, targeting the batter's body dangerously. It will be called as a beamer. Only one beamer per innings per bowler is allowed. If he bowl the second beamer of this innings, he will not be allowed to bowl in this match again. Those are the updated rules. Most of the players confuse between the height no ball and the beamer. This is the clear difference between the beamer and a full toss no ball. They gave 3 runs off this ball. Once again, over the head of the bowler. After the completion of over number 9, the team score now moves on to 61 for 1. Once again in the slot, driven through the onside. Nihal Sai is all set to bowl his third individual over of this innings. He has bowled exceptionally well. In 2.1, he only conceded 7 runs and it took one important wicket. Juicy full toss, straight behind the bowler. resulting in a wonderful boundary. It's a beautiful shot to watch. He hit back to the bowler, surpassing the boundary. Four more runs adding onto the total. Siddharth once again. Late cut. Eventually successful with that. One more run adding onto the total. Mandeep takes the strike now. All he needs to do is the rotate to strike for the set batsman Sai Siddharth. Once again, dragged it onto the leg side. One more run adding onto the total. After the completion of over number 10, the team score now moves on to 74 for 1. The leg side, they hit exceptionally well. A good pickup shot onto the leg side. Vignesh once again comes into attack over the wicket. In the first over, he boldly considered 13 runs. Already set to bowl his individual second over of this innings. Once again in the slot, in there. High lofted shot in there, lands in no man area. 2 is the call. Eventually, they settle for the single. There's a high lofted shot which landed on the 30-yard circle line. They got the connection properly, but they didn't get the distance. Once again on the back foot, cut shot. They are almost playing on the back foot. Misfield. Adding one more extra run. Batters running 2 runs of this ball. They need to close the field properly. They need to field properly. They are not allowed to misfield. It takes them. Once again misfielded, but they are not interested to take any other run. Two deliveries remaining of this 11th over. Mandeep is taking strike now. It's again short pitch delivery. Tries to square cut. He tries for the square cut. In the form of leg by. The team score now moves on to 80 for the loss of one wicket in 10.5. Last ball remaining of this 11th over. Once again in the slot. Pitched it up high. Driven through the mid off. Reaching to the safe hands of the fielder. After the conclusion of 11 overs, the team MMCA are now 81 for 1. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 11 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಂಎಂಸಿಎ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 81, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Nihal Sai is all set to bowl the fourth individual over of this innings. Pitched it short, played on the back foot, cut through the point region. Nihal is keeping it very tight. Rate of 3.1 overs he bowled. He conceded only 20 runs and took one important wicket. If we watch the Nihal's action closely, it resembles of us, one of our legendary bowlers. Any guesses? Yes, you are right. It's our very own Jasprit Bumrah. Short run up. Once again, in the good length area. No contact between the bat and the ball. Ball reaches the safe hands of the keeper. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. They need to keep more dot balls in order to create the pressure between the MMCA batters. Nihal is bowling exceptionally well down the leg side in the air. Just short. Fielder misjudges it. Ball races onto the boundary. A nice pickup shot through the mid-wicket region. Just fell short in front of the fielder. He misjudges it. Ball turns sharply and rams onto the boundary lines. Once again, bowled back of the hand. Tries to deceive the batter. Batter picks it early and defends it. Junior Bumrah is all set to bowl the last ball of the over. Once again, full touch delivery. A loud appeal for the LB. Chance of a run out. Chance of a run out. He reaches back to the crease on time. One more run scored in the form of leg byes after the completion of over number 12. The team score now moves on to 89 for 1. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 12 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 89 ಒಂದು ಧರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Good shot, driven through the covers. Once again, Vignesh. Swing and a miss. He's keeping it tight. Perfect test match line and length. Once again, juicy full toss. Lofted on through the cow corner. Ball races to the fence. They made use of this juicy full toss. They made it disappear. The ball rams onto the boundary. Once again, extraordinary shot. Driven through the mid off. Misfielded there. Resulting them 2 runs on board. They went for the 3. Chance of a run out. No! Direct throw would have been got him out. They are back for the 4th run. They complete the 4 runs once again. Misfielded once again. They are off to a 5-runner. This is 5-runner. They run 5 runs off this ball. A loud cheers from the MMCA dugout. A 5-runner. Once again, juicy full toss. Hit back to the bowler. Appeal. Appeal for the run out. Chance of a run out. Again misfield. No proper throw. Again misfield. Things are not looking good for SMV. They are frequently misfielding. They are leaving the chances. They need good fielding efforts. Sai Siddharth reaches on his half century. He scored 50 in 44 balls, including 5 boundaries. He stood like a pillar for his team. The opener is playing a matured innings there by respecting the good balls and punishing the short ones and the juicy full tosses. Last ball of the over. Mandeep is on strike. The last ball of the 13th over. Once again, juicy full toss steps out and hits it hard on the fine leg region. Ball races to the boundary. What an excellent shot this is. Over the bowler's head. The ball is over the batsman's head. He steps it out and hits it hard. Ball races to the fence. Followed by the free hit. He hammered this one. Followed by the free hit now. Once again, short ball step out. Once again, lofted through the long gone. 2 is the call. 2 is the call. Once again, misfielded. They are putting the chances down. This happened for the 5th or 6th time in this innings. They are losing it frequently when it comes to the fielding. They are misfielding it continuously. That costing them nearly 4 to 5 wickets till now. After the completion of over number 13, the team score now moves on to 1-1-0 for 1. Over number 14 in the progress. After the completion of over number 13, the team score now is 1-1-0 for the loss of 1 wicket. Once again in the good length, on the back foot, driven through the covers. 2 is the call, but settled for the 1. One more single adding onto the scorecard. Now Mandeep is in the attacking mode. He scored 24 runs in 15 balls, including 3 boundaries now. followed by Sai Siddharth playing one of the mature innings. He's respecting the good balls, smashing the full toss on the short balls. One again in the slot, hit hard towards the long on. A fielder carries it comfortably, throws it back to the bowler. One more single adding on the total, which brings Sai Siddharth back to strike. He already scored 51 runs, individual half century for his team, in front of 46 balls, including 5 boundaries. Exceptional innings this is by Sai Siddharth. Once again, short pitch delivery. Pulled towards the deep square leg boundary. 2 is the call. They are running for the 2. Chance of a run out and misses. 2 runs adding on to the scorecard. Once again in the slot. It chases the ball. Is asking for the wide, but the umpire says no. He chases the ball. Ball is in within the reach of the bat. It will be a fair delivery. 2 balls remaining of this over. Last short pitch delivery pulled once again. So the wicket fielder, chance of a run out, and he misses. A good backup this time, catching the ball. Last ball remaining of this over. Mandeep on strike. Once again, short pitch delivery on the back foot. Tries to pull it. Eventually settle for the single. After the completion of over number 14, the team score now moves on to 116 for the loss of 1 wicket. After the completion of over number 14, the MMCA score moves on to 116 for the loss of 1 wicket. Once again, juicy full toss. Swing and a miss by the batter. Adding dot ball on to the scorecard. Once again, short ball in the air, lands in the no man area. 1 more run adding on to the total. Team score now moves on to 117. They are trying to hit the big shots now as they have 9 wickets left in their hand. They are going for the big shots now to put up a big total on the board in front of SMV. Again, short pitch delivery. Nicely hit it over the long off. Fielder slowly marching towards the ball. Initially, he don't have a sight at the ball. The ball was traveling slowly. He get back to the ball and throws back to the bowler. They ran 2 runs of this ball with 3 deliveries remaining of this 15th over. Once again, Varshit back in the attack. To ball fourth ball of this over. Short pitch delivery, cut hard through the course on the back foot. Once again, misfield 2 is the call. They ran to chance of a run out. They misses it. They are making too many fielding blunders this innings. They missed 5 to 6 runouts already. This is proving costly for them. A good fielding efforts always wins you the matches. As they say, catches win the matches. Once again, short pitch ball on the back foot, hit it out to the mid-off region. The fielder carries it comfortably and throws it back to the bowler. One more single adding on to the total. Team score now moves on to 122 for the loss of 1 wicket in 14.5 overs. Last ball remaining of this 15th over. Last ball of this 15th over. Once again, short pitch delivery. Hit it hard in the air, lands in the no man area. 2 is the call. And they settle down for 1. This ends the over number 15. After the completion of over number 15, the team score now moves on to 123 for the loss of 1 wicket. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 15 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 123 ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. They are in the driver's seat now. They are scoring exceptionally well. They scored 123 in 15 overs with the run rate of 8.20 per over. Their projected score is now 164. Sai Siddharth, who is the opener and the set batter, is scoring 59 runs in 52 balls, including 5 boundaries, in the strike rate of 113. Meanwhile, the new batter Sandeep scored 28 runs in 20 balls, including 3 boundaries, with a strike rate of 140. Ganant back in the attack. Is bowling his 4th individual over of this innings. Once again, chance of a run out and misses again. Too many fielding blunders this innings by the team SMV. They need to tighten the field. Misfields are causing them nearly 5 to 6 wickets this innings. Once again in the good length, hit it hard on the leg side towards the mid wicket. Ball is marching towards the fielder. He carries it comfortably, throws back to the bowler, and they settle down for the 2 runs. Can we see some big shots now? As the match progresses, we are into the 16th over. We are into the final stage of the match almost. The over number 16 from 16 to 20 is considered as death overs. All the batters, they try to score big runs in these overs. Hit it to the field at the short covers. Direct hit, loud appeal. And umpire says no. The batter was in meantime. A good dive saves him. A wonderful effort of the batter to reach back to the crease. He's giving it all to save his wicket. Once again, size on the strike. Hit it hard to the covers. They settle for the single. 2 deliveries remaining of the 16th over. Plus two deliveries remaining of this over. Once again in the slot, way down the offside. One more wide ball, adding on 1 run to the total. Once again, short pitch delivery. Pulled through the mid wicket region, placed in between the gap of the short wicket and deep mid wicket. Exceptional piece of fielding at the deep. He probably scored saved 2 runs for his team. This type of wonderful efforts should always be praised. Last ball of the over. The team score is now 132. We are in the death overs. Let's see what batter got in this ball. Once again, a swing and a miss. Away from the white line. Wide called by the umpire. One more extra run is adding on to the total. Once again, through the wicket in the air. Safely lands in the no man area. After the completion of over number 16, the team score now moves on to 134 for the loss of 1 wicket. They are in a complete control now. They are taking a complete control over SMV. They are scoring some big runs. One more big total is about to post on the boards. We saw one plus 170 plus score in the second match. Will we be able to do? Will be able to do same in this match also? Let's wait and watch. Last 4 over game is remaining in this first innings of the day 6. Prithvik back in the attack for Team SMV. It's again through the front foot, driven through the covers. Exceptional cover drive from the batter. Ball is racing towards the boundary. Ball reaches to the boundary. 4 runs. Boundary. Mandeep is putting on some crucial runs in the final phase of the match. He is now batting with a strike rate of 153. He scored 40 runs in front of 26 balls, including 4 boundaries there. Once again, huge appeal for caught behind. Umpire raises his finger. They are pumped up now. One more wicket down for MMCA. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಕವರ್ಸ್ ಮುಖೇನ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ. ಔಟ್ರೈಡ್ ಮುಖೇನವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ಆಘಾತ. The new batter walks in for MMCA as the set batsman Mandeep departs after scoring 40 crucial runs for the team. The new batter Kartikeya on crease for MMCA to replace the set batter Mandeep, who got out on the last ball in the form of caught behind. Once again, way outside the off stump, two away from the batter, two away from the wide line. Umpire calls it as a wide. One more extra run adding on to the total. Team score now moves on to 139. Once again in the slot, huge appeal for card behind. Umpire says no. Swing and a miss. Ball went to the safe hands of the keeper. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Once again in the slot, driven through the covers. Exceptional piece of fielding at the short cover. Chance of a run out. He's back in the meantime onto the crease. Last ball of the over. Once again in the slot. Stride drive. Classic cricketing shot, which reminds us of our very own legend, Sachin sir. After the completion of over number 17, the team MMCA now moves on to 140 for the loss of 2 wickets. Last 3 over game remaining in this innings. Let's see how much they can score and put on the board in front of SMV to chase. Once again, swing and a miss. No proper connection between bat and the ball. One more run adding onto the total in the form of byes. They are batting brilliantly. Once again, short pitch delivery, swing and a miss. No connection between the bat and the ball. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Worship keeping it tight, giving no chance to the batsman to score runs on the good length area. Once again, good length delivery. Batter chased it. No connection between the bat and the ball. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Team score now moves on to 141 for 2 after 17.3. Once again, short pitch delivery pulled through the mid wicket, straight into hands of the mid wicket fielder. He throws back to the keeper. One more single adding onto the scorecard. Last 2 deliveries remaining of this 18th over. They need some big shots here. Once again, short ball. Kept it low. Chance of a run out. And miss it again. Misfields are proving costly for them. We saw nearly 8 to 9 misfields. Last ball of the over. Last ball of the over. Short pitch delivery, kept it low. Tries to hit on the onside. Call for the two. Chance of a run out. A loud appeal. An umpire says no. 2 runs successfully completed. After the completion of over number 18, MMCA are now 146 for the loss of 2 wickets. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 18 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 146 ಓಟಗಳು 2 ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Last 2 overs game left in the innings. The team MMC are now about to post the big numbers as they did in the last match. For that, they need some big shots. The last over was very well bowled. He only gave 6 runs out of it. The penultimate over is about to begin. Sai Siddharth, who is on his individual 61 in 56 balls, including 5 boundaries, is on strike. Once again, juicy full toss. Drive on the onside. Call for the 2. Stays for the single. Vignesh is all to set to ball his 4th individual over of this innings. Is in the attack. Once again in the slot. Step out. Tries for the big shot. No contact between the ball and the bat. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Team score now moves on to 147. They have 8 wickets in their hand. They should go for the big shots in order to post the big number of totals. Once again, no ball over the batsman's waist. Followed by the free hit. Once again, free hit delivery. Short ball. Tries to hit hard. Trying to surpass the covers. Ball races to the boundary. Excellent shot. He found the gap between the long off and covers fielder. He uses the gap beautifully. He hit it hard for the boundary. Sai Siddharth is batting extremely well. He now scored 66 runs in 58 balls, including 6 boundaries. Once again, step out, back to bowler. Bowler didn't carry it, resulting in a single run adding onto the scorecard. Remaining of this over. They already crossed the 150 mark. They are now 154 for 2. Once again, steps out, juicy full toss, appeal for the LBW. Umpire says no. Misfield once again. They ran 2. Once again, misfield dead. They are showing the poor fielding skills. Once again, misfield. They are running for the 3rd. Umpire denies it. The last delivery remaining of this 19th over. Last ball of the over. Once again in the slot, driven through the covers, straight into the hands of the fielder, thrown back to the keeper. One more run adding onto the scorecard. After the completion of over number 19, MMCA moves on to 157 for the loss of 2 wickets. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 19 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 157 ಓಟಗಳು ಎರಡು ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Last over of the innings. Last over of the first innings. Prithvik is all set to bowl the last over of the innings. Once again, way outside the off stump, way away from the batsman. Wide caught by the umpire. One more extra run adding on to the total. Team score now moves on to 158. Prithvik once again. The batter converted the slot ball into a full toss. They are running for the second. They are successful with that. Misfield once again. Blocking the batter's way. Misfielded once again. We are seeing a set of misfields this innings. They have leaked more than 40 to 50 runs through the misfield in this innings. They missed 5 to 6 runouts here. Fielding is proving very costly for them. More than the batting and the bowling, fielding plays the important role in the match. Hit it towards the mid off into the safe hands of the fielder. One run adding on to the total. Team score now moves on to 162. Once again, pulled through the mid wicket. Ball lands in the no man area. Ball is marching towards the boundary. Can the fielder stop it? Fielder stops the ball and throws it back. Good fielding efforts this is. They saved one run for the team. Last 3 deliveries remaining of this last over. In the slot, driven through the covers into the hands of the fielder. One more single adding out to the total. Last 2 deliveries remaining of this last over. Team score now moves on to 166. All the question is then, can they cross the 170 mark? They are just 4 runs away from crossing the 170 mark. Once again, juicy full toss. Hit it back to the bowler. They took a single of this ball. Last delivery of the over. Last delivery of the 20th over. In the slot, swing and a miss. The keeper misses it. Throws back at the bowler. Bowler misses it. They missed the easy chance of the run out. They scored 1 run through the byes. After the completion of over number 20, the MMCA score is now 168 for 2. The team SMV now need 169 runs in 20 overs to emerge as the victorious. Short break. We will resume the innings after 10 minutes.
check.
Anything is We are resuming the play. The team SMV Cricket Academy now need 169 runs in 20 overs to conquer the victory over MMCA. Meanwhile, MMCA need to defend 168 runs which they have scored in the first innings. Match resumes. First ball driven through the covers, straightly into the hands of the fielder. Dot ball to start the innings. Dot ball to start the innings. Once again in the slot. Well driven. Once again, swing and a miss. Ball is in the safe hands of the keeper. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. The team SMV now need 167 runs in 117 balls. Once again in the lands in the no man's area. They quickly complete the single. Once again, swing and a miss. Appeal for caught behind, and umpire says no. Once again, Yorker length delivery. One more dot ball adding on to the total. After the completion of over number 1, Team SMV are now 3 for the loss of no wicket. Once again, appeal for the LBW. Rams on the thigh pads. Appeal for LBW. No, says the umpire. Once again, ball races to the fine leg boundary. The loud cheers we are hearing from SMV dugout. Once again in the air. Sohan is bowling the fifth delivery of this over. Glance onto the fine leg region. They are back for the second. Last ball remaining of the second over. The team's SMV's total moves on to 10. So again, loud appeal for LBW. Umpire raises his finger. First wicket down for SMV in the form of LBW. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ತೀರಾ ಉತ್ತರನ್ನು ಆವರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬೀಸುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ. ಚೆಂಡುಗೂ ದಾಂಡಿಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. LBW ಮುಖೇನ ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ಆಘಾತ. After the completion of over number 2, the team SMV score moves on to 10 for the loss of one important wicket. Namish walks out as the new batter. The new batter walks in for SMV. Once again, Swarit back in the attack. Arna is the new batter, walks in for SMV. Swarit all set to bowl his second individual over of this match. Once again, in the slot, driven onside, safely into the hands of the fielder. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Team score now moves on to 10. Swarit is keeping it very tight. He's not giving any room to the batters to score. Once again, way away from the out stump. Wide called by the umpire. One extra run adding onto the team's total. The team's total now moves on to 11. Swarit to Bhargav once again. Good length delivery. Tries to push on the offside. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. They are keeping it tight. They're not giving any room to the batsmen to score runs. They, they are putting back to back dot balls to increase the pressure on the batsman. Full toss delivery. Swung on to the leg side. At the end, good fielding by mid wicket fielder. Probably saved some 2 runs for their team. Last 2 deliveries remaining of this over. Once again, short pitch delivery. Kept it low. Appeal by the wicket keeper and umpire says no in the form of leg byes. One more run adding on to the SMV's total. ಚಿನ್ನದ ಗಣಿ ಚಿನ್ನದ ನಾಡು ಎಂದೇ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಪಡುವ ಕೋಲಾರದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ತಂಡ SMV ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಬ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಕಾಣ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Once again in this slot through the inside edge. They're after 2. Chance of a run out. And they misses it. Misfield. After the completion of over number 3, the team score now moves on to 14 for 1. SMV Cricket Academy now need 155 in 1 or 2 balls. With the required run rate of 9.12. Once again, Sohan back in the attack. Once again, onto the body line. Pushed it gently towards the onside. Dot ball adding onto the scorecard. They really need some big shots. They need to capitalize the power play. They need to score some big runs in the power play. Once again in the slot. Hit it through the mid wicket. Ball is racing towards the boundary. An excellent pickup shot from Bhargav. The ball reaches onto the boundary. Their dugout is now lightened up. They are cheering Bhargav by saying, come on, Bhargav. They have some slogans. They are encouraging their batters. Once again, Sohan. In the slot, lofted over the bowler's head. Ball is racing towards the boundary. He stepped out. What an incredible shot this is. Remarkable shot over the bowler's head. Lofted over the long off. Runs onto the boundary. 4 more valuable runs is adding on to the total. The total moves on to 22 for 1. Two back-to-back boundaries. Can we see the hat-trick boundaries by Bhargav? Let's wait and watch. A little fumble in the run-up. He's going back to his run-up. He might feel some kind of pressure after hitting to back-to-back boundaries. A hat-trick delivery for once again. Well left it. Just inside the white line. One more dot ball onto scorecards. There's two deliveries remaining of this over. Once again, swing and a miss. Try to stump, but getting back and reaches to the crease meantime. The last ball of the fourth over. Once again in the slot. Exceptional cover drive. Misfield from the fielding team. Once again. Throw on to the keeper. The direct head hit would have been costed on the wicket. After the completion of over number 4, the team total now moves to 25 for the loss of 1 wicket. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 4 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 25-1 ದರಿಯಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. They now need 144 in 96 balls with the required right moving on to 9. Once again tries to pull on the leg side into the hands of the fielder. This time chance of a run out, but meantime he get back into the crease. Once again short pitch delivery. Clean ball. Out says the umpire. There's some bit of confusion there. I thought ball hits the keeper's pads. Clean bowled. Once again kept it low. Rams onto the stumps. One more wicket loss for SMV. One more down for SMV. They are in a serious trouble now. They need some good partnership now in order to get back in the game. They are in a good run rate now, but eventually they lost 2 wickets in regular interval of time. The set batsman Bhargav walks out after scoring 21 runs in 21 balls, including 3 boundaries. The new batter walks in for SMV. He's marking his guard. New batter walks in for SMV. Once again, driven through the offside into the hands of the fielder. Quick running between the wickets. One run adding onto the scorecard. Team score now moves on to 28. The team SMV need now big partnerships and also big shots in order to march towards the victory. Once again on the onside. On to the safe hands of the fielder. There's two deliveries remaining of this fifth over. Short pitch delivery on the back foot. Tries to play the cut shot. No contact between the ball and the bat. Dot ball on the cards. Last ball of the fifth over. Once again in the slot. Swing and a miss. Huge appeal for caught behind. Umpire says no. By this, after the completion of 5, the team score moves out to 29 for the loss of 2 important wickets. Team SMV now need 140 runs in 90 balls, with the required run rate rising on to 9.33. The new bowler Vijay Karthikeya for MMCA hit onto the leg side inside the 30-yard line. One run adding card to the scorecards. New batter Harsha is on strike, facing Vijay. Once again in the slot. Appeal for the run out, and umpire says no. This is sixth over of the match in the progress. Once again, short pitch delivery. Tries to pull on through the mid wicket in the gap between the wide long gone and the mid wicket. Fielder managed to stop the ball. They ran two. Good piece of fielding by MMCA fielders. They are focusing on the dot balls now more in order to build the pressure on the batsman. Once again, Yorker type of delivery rams onto the stumps. Clean board once again. One more wicket down for team SMV. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ತೀರಾ ಯಾರ್ಕರ್ ಮಾದಿರಿ ಚೆಂಡಿಗೂ ದಂಡಿಗೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಲಭಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ಆಘಾತ. One more down for SMV as they are in the serious trouble now. They are 3 down for 33 in 5.4 overs. Arna walks out as the new batsman walk in for SMV. It was in the slot. It was swing and a miss. The ball rams onto the stumps. The new batter walks in for SMV. Can he be the savior of their innings? They are already 3 down now. Three of their top order batsmen are back in the dugout. Once again, Ganant on crease for SMV. Once again, cut through the point, misfielded there. One more misfield there. After the completion of over number 6, the team SMV score moves on to 35 for the loss of 3 important top order wickets. They are in a serious trouble now. They need a savior. They need to score 134 in 84 balls. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. They really need some good partnership and good run flow now in order to keep the chase alive. Once again through the offside. One more run adding onto the total. Ayansh once again, short pitch delivery. Tries to loft it harder. No proper connection between the bat and the ball. Ball lands in the no man area inside the 30-yard circle near the stumps. Ayansh is too away from that. He tries to catch it. Once again, the good length delivery. Shuffled and tries to hit over the mid-wicket region. But the ball got outer edge and moves towards the fine leg region. Sorry, third man region. Last two deliveries remaining of this seventh over. Let's see what the batter got this ball. In this slot, swing and a miss. Loud appeal for the cut behind by the keeper. Denied by the umpire. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Team score now moves on to 38 for 3 with last delivery remaining of the seventh over. Once again, lofted through the mid on. Lofted through the mid off. Landing in the no man's area. Fielders of just short of catching ball. After the completion of over number 7, the team score now moves on to 38 for 3. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 7 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 38, 3 ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Vikyat Properties, from building premium spaces to building future champions. Vikyat Properties joins the Youth Cricket League as our associate sponsor, backing the dreams that rise beyond the boundaries where excellence meets ambition, greatness begins. The chase resumes as Vijay Karthikeya back into attack. Short pitch delivery. Out given by the umpire. The second pitch is in the crease. The second pitch is in the crease. Given out by the umpire. If the second pitch was outside the batting crease, it would have been called no ball. It pitched inside the crease, resulting one more wicket down for SMV. They are in serious trouble now. They need some savior. They need some big partnership here. The new batter Nirvighna departs. Four down for SMV now. The new batter Sushant walks in as the Nirvighna departs. He's taking his guard. He's all ready to all set to face the first ball of this innings. Once again, way down offside. Wide given by the umpire. One more extra run adding on to the total. The team score now moves on to 39 for the loss of four important wickets. They now need 130 runs for for 76 balls. The required rate keeps on raising. It now moved on to 10.26. Once again, full toss type of delivery. Way down the leg side. White ball given by the umpire. One more extra run adding on to the total. Once again, short pitch delivery. Tries to pull over the mid wicket. No proper connection between the bat and the ball. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. So again, short pitch delivery again. Tries to pull it. But into the hands of the fielder. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. There's two deliveries remaining of this eighth over. Once again, short pitch delivery tries to pull once again. Failed eventually. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Last delivery remaining of this eighth over. They are four down already in 40. Last ball of the over. Once again, short pitch delivery tries to pull on. Over the mid wicket fielder. Safely lands in the no man area. The runs back for two. It successfully took two. Misfield. After the completion of over number 8, SMV moves on to 48 for 4. Sorry, 42 for 4. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 8 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 42. 4 ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Team SMV now need 127 runs in 72 balls with the required run rate rising on to 10.58. They need some good partnership. After the completion of over number 8, the team score now moves on to 42 for the loss of 4 wickets. The new bowler Mian Reddy on the attack for MMCA. Once again, bowled outside the pitch. Eventually called no ball by the umpire, followed by the free hit. They need me to make use of the free hit now in order to score big in the free delivery. Batters are in the discussion. Bad throw would have gotten them the another wicket. The fielder throws in the air. By the meantime, batter got back to the crease. It's again away from the batter. Wide signal by the umpire. One more extra run adding on to the total. It's again short pitch delivery. In the air, lands in the no man area. Almost racing towards the long on boundary. Nice attacking shot. These types of shots keeps them alive in the chase. They need more big shots as the match progresses. They need more big hits in order to cope up with the run rate. The team MMCA's 12th man in the dugout is having all the smiles today. He is smiling with a good face. Once again, way outside the off stump. Appeal for the run out. Appeal for the run out. No, says the umpire. An appeal turned down. Once again, tries to cut it harder. No connection between the bat and the ball. One more dot ball adds on to the scorecard. Once again in the slot, driven through the offside, through the covers. An exceptional cover drive. Taking them for two. Two runs eventually completed. The team now crossing the 50 line mark. They need 118 runs in 68 balls with a run rate of 10.41. It's again short pitch delivery. Hit it on the offside. Fielder safely grabs it, making no mistake, resulting in the dot ball. The last ball of the ninth over. Harsha taking the strike for SMV. Once again, way outside the off stump, nowhere near the wide line. Wide says the umpire. One more extra run adding on to the total of the over. Last ball of the over. Tries to pill over the mid wicket. No connection between the bat and the ball. After the end of the over number 9, the team score now moves on to 52 for 4. The 12th man of MMCA now sitting next to the commentary box. He is drawing some game plan now with a stick in his hands. The new bowler, Yashwin, into the attack for MMCA. They bought backspin here. Once again, swing and a miss. Keeper misses it. One more run adding on to the total in the form of buys. The bot spin back into the attack. Let's see how this benefits them. Once again, swing and a miss. Well kept behind the wicket. One more dot ball. Yashwin, who was bowling with a short run up in the first ball, he brought back to his regular run up. Once again, one more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Well left, way away from the batsman. There's two deliveries remaining of this 10th over. Harsha on the strike. Set batsman. Swing it harder. Says no. This would have been the easy single. The batter denied. One more dot ball adding on to the total. Team score moves on to 56 with one delivery remaining of this 10th over. Last ball of the over. In the slot. Tries to pull over the mid wicket. A chance of a run out. They got back to the crease early. After the completion of over number 10, the team score moves on to 57 for the loss of 4 wickets. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 10 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 57, 4 ಉದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Gravity Academy champions are shaped both on the field and in the classroom, and Gravity Academy is powering the journey with the Youth Cricket League as our associate sponsor. Together, we are nurturing discipline, ambition, and the next generation ready to rise beyond the limits. KD Hatti. Just like every great innings needs the right fuel, champions need the flavors that inspire energy and passion. And Kakedi Hachi brings exactly that to the Youth Cricket League as our associate sponsor, serving tradition, taste, and the spirit of champions one plate at a time. Once again on to the leg side. Place it gently. One more run adding on to the scorecard. The team now need 110 in 58 balls, with the required run rate rising on to 11.38. Once again, way outside the white line. One more extra run, adding on to the scorecard in the form of white. Team MMCS bowlers are in a hurry to wrap up the innings. Once again, short whistle in there. Chance of a run out, but he misses. No proper throw from the mid-on fielder, causing dot ball adding onto the scorecard. They now need 109 in 57 balls. Once again, just outside the off stump, maybe on the fifth stump line. Well left. Keeper carries it comfortably. Dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Two deliveries remaining of this 11th over. Once again, good length delivery in the air, lands in the no man area. He tries to punch over the covers. Call for 52. Chance of a run out, and the misses. Misfield once again. Even they are doing the same mistake. This would have been the easy run out if we would have carried the ball. Misfield leads to 2 runs. Last ball remaining of this 11th over. Last ball of the over. In the slot. And he misses. No shot offered. After the completion of over number 11, the team score moves on to 62 for the loss of 4 important top order wickets. The team SMV now need 107 runs in 54 balls. The required rate keeps on rising. Now it moved on to 11.89 over. Yashvin back in the attack for MMCA. Cut hard on the offside. Into the hands of the deep course fielder. Chance of a run out. And raised back meantime. Once again, full toss delivery. Tries to hit back to the bowler. It reaches the mid-on fielder. Well fielded at the end. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. They are bowling back-to-back dot balls. in order to put pressure on the batsman, and eventually they are getting successful with that. Once again, huge appeal. Umpire denies it. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Once again, short pitch delivery. Tries to pull through the mid wicket in the hands of the fielder. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Yashwin once again in the slot, in the air. Batsman tried to swing it harder. No proper connection. The top edge lands the ball inside the 30-yard area. The last ball remaining of this 12th over. In this slot. Good effort in the end. One run taken in the form of leg byes. After the completion of over number 12, team score moves on to 65 for the loss of 4 wickets. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 12 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ 65 ಓಟಗಳು 4 ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಉದ್ದಾರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Vindhya, where culture meets confidence and passion meets performance, Vindhya joins the Youth Cricket League as our premier partner, empowering young minds through the art, discipline, and self expression. Together, we are shaping champions beyond the game. The team SMV now need 103 in 48. Once again, swing and a miss. Ball reaches to the safe hands of the fielder. Keeper. Dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Once again, hit it hard on the leg side. Again, short pitch delivery. Huge appeal for the LBW. No, says the umpire. Down the wicket. Again, appeal. Harsha on the strike facing Kartikeya, was bowling his first individual over of this match. Once again, short ball. Punch onto the offside. Dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Last two deliveries remaining of this 13th over. Once again, good length delivery. Tries to cut it harder. No connection between the bat and ball. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Last delivery remaining of this 13th over. Team SMV are in real pressure now. They need some big shots to get back alive in the chase. Second short pitch delivery. Pulled on to the onside. An excellent shot placed in between the gap. Call for the two. The good running between the wickets. They took two between the wickets. After the completion of over number 30, the team score moves on to 69 for 4. ಮುಕ್ತಾಯ ಕಂಡ 13 ಓವರ್ಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತಂಡದ ಮೊತ್ತ 69, 4 ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Team SMV now need 100 runs in 42 balls in order to conquer the victory. Meanwhile, Team MMCA need to restrict them with below 100 in order to emerge as a winner. Once again, pushed hard onto the offside, on the back foot. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. Ayanch in the attack for Team MMCA. Again, short ball, hit it high in the air. Safely lands in the hands of the covers fielder. He's making no mistake here. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ತೀರಾ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಸೆದಂತ ಚೆಂಡು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೊಡೆತಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಸಫಲತೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಚೆಂಡು ಕವರ್ಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡರ್ ನ ಭದ್ರ ಬಗಸೆಯನ್ನು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹುತ್ತರಿಯ ಆಘಾತ. One more wicket down for SMV as half of their side is back in the dugout. They are now 69 for 5 in 13.2 overs. They need 100 in 40 balls. They need some big shots. They need good partnership to get back into the chase. Team MMC are lightened up now. They are putting the pressure on the batsman by bowling the continuous dot balls, eventually resulting in the wickets. They are doing right things at the right time. Once again, Nihal. Nihal takes a strike for MMCA. Can he be the savior for once again in the air, lands in the no man area? Again, pitch it short, swing and a miss. Once again, hit it hard on the offside. Ball reaching the point fielder. One more dot ball adding onto the scorecard. The last ball of the 14th over. Once again in the air. Safely taken at the point region. The fielders making no mistake here. They are pumped up now. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ತೀರಾ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಸೆದಂತ ಚೆಂಡು ಕಟ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಆಡುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಫಲತೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಣ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹುದ್ದರಿಯ ಆಘಾತ. After the completion of over number 14, the team SMV are now 69 for the loss of 6 wickets. They need to put up on 100 runs in 36 balls in order to emerge as a winner. The team MMCA are in the driver's seat now. Once again, short pitch delivery. Kartikeya in the attack. He's all set to bowl his second individual over of this innings. Again, short pitch delivery. Way outside the leg stump. Wide call by the umpire. One more extra run adding on to the total. Team score now moves on to 70 for 6. They need some big shots. They need boundaries. They need sixes here in order to cope up with the chase. In order to stay alive in the chase. Once again, good length delivery. Kept it low. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. Once again, short pitch delivery pulled through the mid wicket region. The keeper was called for the ball. But the ball ends up at the non-striker's end. Automatic bike. Once again, one more chance of a run out. He reached back in meantime. Single adding on to the total. Please don't waste the time. Ball quickly. Once again, rammed onto his patch, resulting in a one run in the form of leg byes. Once again, through the covers. Ball is racing towards the boundary. Can the fielder stop it? Excellent piece of fielding there by the fielder. Wonderful efforts. This is exceptional by the fielder. He ran when there no hope. He stopped the ball. He saved some runs for the team, but exceptional efforts there to stop the ball. This kind of fielding always requires appreciation. Once again, ball is in there. Catch drop. The easy catch drop. This catch has been put down. This was one of the easiest catch of the innings that put it down. Once again, Ashwin to bowl the fifth ball of the over. Once again, keeper appealing it. No, says the umpire. Once again, last ball of the over. He stepped out, swing and a miss. Clean ball once again. One more wicket down for SMV. ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೀಸುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಚೆಂಡಿಗೂ ದಂಡಕ್ಕೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಲಭಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಬೌಲ್ಡ್ ಮುಖೇನವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹೋದ್ದರಿ ಆಘಾತ. They are now 8 down. Our team MMCA now need to do is to bowl 12 legal deliveries in order to secure the victory. New batter walks in for team SMV. Fielders are advised to go back their fielding positions. No more delays. No more delays. Please start the innings quickly. Please resume order quickly. Kartikeya is the new bowler for Team MMCA, while Prithvik takes the strike. Once again, clean bowled. Ball rammed onto the leg stumps. Ball is rammed to the leg stump, causing one more wicket down for Team SMV. They are 9 down now. Last batsman of Team SMV walks in as Harsha departs. SMV slot batter in the crease. Last batsman walks in for Team SNV. I ask the fielder to spread out quickly and go back to a fielding positions. The last batter walks in for SMV. The lefty batter on the strike. The lefty and the righty combination always is a headache for the fielding team. They have to keep changing the field once the strike changes. Once again, Kartikeya in the attack. One more dot ball adding on to the scorecard. The 12th man is having smiles here. They know their team is almost about to win. He's smiling with a beautiful face. And he's cheering his team to get the wicket of the next ball. Well defended. Over to the front foot. Full toss ball. Good defense. Last ball to end the 19th over. Last wicket remaining for Team SMV. Again, short pitch delivery. Easy catch has been dropped. Chance for the run out. And the umpire says yes. The Team SMV are all out now. The Team SMV loses his last wicket in the form of run out. They are lightened up now. The Team MMCA won by 83 runs. They are delighted here. Sai Siddharth, who is the best performer for MMCA by scoring 69 runs, is awarded by the player of the match. A good performance this by MMCA. The good performance now by MMCA. They won by 83 runs. Signing off here in the commentary box. Next, moving on to the post-match presentation. Signing off in the com box, Manjunath Ayan.